I placed. Did you hear that? When I see placement, in there, I get kind of chills. But my MO is to place claymores so people can step on them. Not Americans, but others. A lot of Americans did. From there, C4 was the next explosive. From there, and the most, how should I say this? The most powerful explosive known to man today is made in Israel. It is called nanothermite. And all I can say about this next gentleman is explosive. Dale Calvert, get up here.
10 minutes, and I'm going to bring Gary up for y'all had a good weekend. How many of you feel like you dropped the ball because you didn't get one of these? I'm just curious. Admit it. Okay. I'm going to take 10 minutes, and I just want to share a couple things with you, but number one is, you got to get in the rhythm, and you got to get moving, and you got to get in the routine with this business, and y'all heard me talk about that, and, you start and you stop, and you get fired up, and you get discouraged, and it's like you're an emotional yo-yo. I was my first 3 years. I could not get consistent with it. So you got to get in a rhythm with the business. And it's going to start with you. It's going to start, it's all numbers. It absolutely, positively is. You'll get to a point where you just sponsor people and you're not even wanting to sponsor people, and it just gets crazy after a while. You just put them in the funnel, and nothing's going to fall out. It doesn't matter how lousy you are. It doesn't matter if you put enough in, enough are going to fall out. And it's just not difficult. It's just, it's just so simple when you get the emotions out of it and quit worrying about Uncle Harry. And, it's just not that hard of a business. But once you get to a certain level, which many of you are, you have to understand all businesses are created in a state of momentum. Every downline is created in a state of momentum. You can't build it, sponsor 2, and then sponsor 1, and then sponsor 3, and then not sponsor anybody the next month. Every downline is built in a state of momentum. There's never been a large organization built ever in this industry that wasn't built in a state of momentum. You can't do it 2s and 3s and 4s at a time. You need 5 people getting 5 a month, and you can roll. It's momentum. The name of the game is momentum. Now, when are the people most excited? The day they join. That's the peak, for some of them, that's the peak of their career. Any of you ever had somebody join and they won't answer your phone from them what's going on? Yeah. That's the height of their career. But that's when those people are excited. When are the people second most excited? First check. First check, and then when the Walmart card works. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the second. When are they third most excited? Yeah, see, y'all most of you don't know the answer to that. The answer to that is ask Happy. That's the third. When they become diamond, they'll be the third most excited. You say, Dale, you're telling me that they're more excited the day they join than when they become diamond? Yeah. Because when you join, you have visions of grandeur. This is going to be the one that's going to make me successful. The day you join is the most, because you don't know that, you know what? It's like for a while, for a day, we forget that our real product is people, and people are people, and just because we're involved in a great opportunity does not mean that the market out there changes at all. Thumbsuckers are still going to suck their thumb regardless if you're involved with this company or not. But for a day, I forgot that. I mean, when I started, I thought, I really thought that everybody was going to see this, just like you all did. And I've been doing it 30 years, and I really thought everybody's going to see. I mean, the first two people I called, I just said, it's $210. I know I haven't done this. I'll get back to you later, but go join. And I mean, I just knew that everybody was going to see this because this is the first company I've ever seen that was selling a product that people were already buying. The same name brand. It's just peanut butter. So I mean, I felt that way, like you all did for about a day. And then somebody, well, how much is the peanut butter? It's free. You do it's free. It's not a dime. It's like, it's just amazing to me. It's just absolutely amazing. So you got to deal with the way it is and quit fighting it. But here's what I want you guys to understand. The first day, the first check. The secret is to get them from the first day to the first check. That's the secret. If you can get them from the first day to the first check, then you can probably get them, then they'll probably stay around for 90 days. And if they stay around 90 days and get plugged in, then they're going to be here a long time. But it's from the first day to the first check. How do you do it? The way to do it is, we have to understand, when people get involved in this industry or anything else, they have no skill to do it, they don't have the right mindset to do it. And unfortunately, in most businesses, you don't even have to have a certain mindset. You just, if you know how to do plumbing, you can open a plumbing business, and your mindset, it doesn't matter one way or the other what your mindset is, right? In most businesses, it just requires skill set. Here, it requires skill set and mindset. It requires both. Most people that join your team from now on, most of those people, 70% at least, are not going to have anywhere close to the skill set or the mindset to do this business. And what they've done is the same thing they've done for 30 years. They go into the marketplace. Those that get enough excitement to go talk to somebody, they'll go talk to somebody, and somebody will say, boom! And then they're done. They'll talk to maybe 2 people, maybe 3 people. They get 2 or 3 booms, game's over, they quit. Listen, most of the people that quit in this industry quit in the first 72 hours. And see, you're going back to people that joined 7 months ago and you haven't heard from them since and trying to get them moving, and they never started to move in the first place. It's easier to give birth than raise the dead. You got to understand, it's easier to get that, but we got to get smarter. If we know they're going to quit in the first 72 hours, what are we going to do about it? See, did y'all hear what Rob said? This is the 5 things I do. I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Ted mentioned too, you can take an extra 5 minutes and take people through something. And get them plugged in, give them the opportunity to get plugged in. But they're going to quit in 72 hours. Emotionally and mentally. You know why? Because they went out with no skills, no mindset, no skill set. They don't have a clue what they're doing, and they try to talk a few people into joining them. And people don't want to be talked into doing anything, so they quit. It feels uncomfortable. I mean, you take the same people and put them on a car lot and tell them you got to start selling cars to make your living, they would starve to death. It's no different. Put them in the real estate office. So you got to start listing and selling homes, or you're going to starve. They would starve. because they have no skill sets, mindsets for any type of sales, marketing, anything to do with any kind of entrepreneurship. They don't have it. Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
So what are we going to do about it? Y'all haven't, you've missed it here. And I feel like it's my fault. How can I communicate to people? When you do find somebody that joins, forget they're in a business. Forget it. Forget they're in a business. Don't even want them to think about the business. Forget it. All they have to do is pull out their cell phone and they start with A. And they call Andrew. And they say, Andrew, this is Dale. I just got involved in a new business and I need a favor. Could you help me out? 95% of the people will say, what do you need? Our company has a new website. I need to have 50 people. Go check it out. And if they do, I get in the contest for a drawing. Could you do that for me? Well, what's it all about? Who cares? It's 10 minutes. It's 5 questions. You get registered for a trip to Cancun. Can I depend on you or not? If they can't do that, there's no chance in the world that they will ever build a business. There's no chance. So what we have got to do as a company is when somebody comes and gets involved with us, their first goal, and we're going to do a video on this, but their first goal is to get people registered for the Cancun, because we're going to do another Cancun drawing in 6 months. And that will get it moving forward enough, because what did Richard say? People I thought were going to do it weren't interested, and ones I didn't think were interested. We don't know, and it doesn't really matter. Let them decide if they like what they see or not. If they think getting in front of a trend that's going to be 85 billion makes sense or not, let them decide. And if they don't like it, fine. It doesn't matter. There'll be enough that will. But there won't be anybody that will even come close to liking it if we got brand new people with no skills, no mindset out there trying to sell cars. Are y'all with me? We got to get smart, guys. Get smart. Let's just get smart. Quit shooting ourselves in the foot. We don't have to shoot ourselves in the foot. We got something that's different. We got something very unique here. Now, listen. There's all kinds of other stuff here. I mean, there's a ton of education required. Mac program, all this other, it is all awesome. It's all awesome. But none of that's going to amount to nothing if they're quitting 72 hours after they come in. So we got to take care of this first. This is what we have to do. This is because if they're coming in, and they've been coming in and quitting 72 hours later for the last 30 years. I've watched it for 30 years. And they don't maybe quit, but emotionally they shut down and they quit trying to do anything. You all know that. And so we got to just learn to work with the way it is. This makes it a whole lot easier and a whole lot simpler. So that's really, I want you to leave here. My thing is, when you leave here for me, what I want you to do is start telling yourself different stuff and start programming your mind in the right way. That's number one. Number two, I want you to get real smart at how you do this business and work with the way it is. Work with the odds. That's all I've ever done. I've tried to increase the odds in my favor. And I try not to fight the way it is. And this was 72 hours. If I know that's going to happen, they get excited enough about giving away an opportunity to win a trip. They can do that. If they can't do that, then they'll never do anything regardless anyway. And everybody can do that. If they decide they're going to do it, the script's right there. All they got to do is read it. And it can be, hello, insert name. Mom. It can be that bad. It really can. Because it's like, you know, 99% of people, if somebody asks them for a favor, they're going to try to accommodate people. And see, and it's so amazing. I've had people say, well, I can't get nobody to go register for the vacation. And I said, okay, call and ask me to register. They call, and it's like, what script are you reading? I never heard none of that stuff. I wouldn't, you know, it's like, you know, they aren't even following it. It just drives me crazy. Follow the script.
He needs a drink.
Last thing I'm going to bring up here. Those of you that, did any of you get, I'm just curious, but did anybody get over 10 but not 50 for the qualifiers? Over 20? Over 30? You had somebody that got over 30 but never quite hit 50? Man. Anybody hit over 40? Over 40? How many do you have? 42? Man. See, I hate that because you'll never... See, here's what we're doing from now on these pins, just so you guys know and it's clear how it works. When a new person comes in, they'll probably get a welcome email, something like that from the company. Then we'll have a video explaining if they get 50 in 30 days, they'll be recognized at the next national conference, and you know they'll get a copy of the pin. There'll be a Founders Club. All that will be explained to new people in the first 30 days. So that's good. That will support what you guys should be doing in the field anyway. Really. But for only the people that are here today, nobody in their downline if they're not here, only the people that were at the conference, we're giving you to April 30th to qualify for Founders Club 50.
Yeah.
Last chance, only because you made the effort to be here. Okay. I'm tired. Gary Calhoun, guys.